Hello, hello, hello. Who is ready? Whoop, I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, who is ready for chapter 2? Holy moly, you guys. This book, it is amazing, right? Okay, so, let me get my notes out. So I don't know about you guys, but this is what like a typical page looks like for me. And some pages, they get a little bit more crazy. Look at that. So I absolutely love to highlight and write in my books and take notes because you never know, right? So chapter 2, we're going to talk about the second lie. I'll start tomorrow. How many of you guys experience this? Let me know below how many of you guys have experienced that you will start tomorrow. Some examples are, I'm going to quit drinking soda, but I'm going to have one more because I've got one in the fridge, right? That's one example. I'm going to eat healthier. That's another example, right? But I'm going to start that tomorrow because I got this burger in my fridge, right? So I'll start tomorrow is one of the biggest lies. Either you're going to do it or you're not going to do it. So a great example that I personally had struggled with originally was about 10 years ago. I had made the conscientious decision to quit drinking soda. And actually, ironically, I haven't had a soda in over 10 years now. But I remember when I first started to think about quitting soda, it was really, really hard because I was like, oh, I've got 7 more in the fridge. I'm going to finish those first and then I'll start tomorrow. Well, guess what? That tomorrow comes, the next tomorrow comes, the next tomorrow comes, and pretty soon you never started that goal, right? So one of the biggest lies is you will not start it tomorrow unless you change your mindset to actually start it. So one of the biggest quotes that I got out of this chapter is when you really want something, you will find a way. When you don't really want something, you will find an excuse. So that really resonated with me on so many different levels. So let's see here. What else? Oh, I made an asterisk on this page because this was really cool. So our words have power, but our actions shape our lives. If you choose today not to break another promise to yourself, you will force yourself to slow down. If you recognize that your words have power and that your commitments carry weight, you won't agree to anything easily. So, what are some of the things that you guys are struggling with as far as putting it off until tomorrow? Is it quitting drinking soda? Is it stop smoking? Is it eating healthier? Is it disciplining your kids? Is it filing some paperwork that needs to be filed? So what are some of those things that you guys are struggling to put off tomorrow? Because guess what? You don't get today back. Today's done. So you don't get that time back. And each day that keeps going by and by and by and by, you're losing those days and you're not going to get them back. So some of the things that helped Rachel get through this lie was start with one small goal. It doesn't have to be anything big. It can be quitting drinking soda and replace, like let's say you drink 6 sodas a day. Replace 3 of them with water and continually add more to it. Be careful with your commitments. Sometimes we exert ourselves and we overcommit ourselves. I will tell you the last 2 days have been a personal struggle for me. I've had to be at 4 different places at the same time. So, yes, be careful with commitments. I personally have a hard time saying no, but I also have been saying no a lot lately, which honestly is making me feel really, really good. And I don't feel guilty about it. So, look at your commitment list, find out what is truly important to you. And also be honest with yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Here's the thing, is if you make a commitment, like let's say, for example, you're going to go out and you're going to go and have lunch with Sandy, okay? And you decide the morning of, man, I don't think I really want to go have lunch with Sandy, and you end up canceling. What happens? Sandy now is going to look at you and she's going to say, well, wow, she's not very committed to our friendship, right? And she's going to have doubts, and there's going to be probably some consequences coming out of that. So you want to make sure that if you're going to commit yourself to something, to actually follow through with it. So why would you let somebody else down if you're going to let yourself down? Don't you value yourself enough to have that same level of commitment that you would to give to somebody else? I think you owe it to yourself, right? I don't know. I mean, I know I owe it to myself. So some of the things that you guys can think about while we're talking about this is living a life of procrastination affects every part of your life. With time, one will begin to keep postponing everything until later. That's not very good, right? Because here's the thing is all your dreams and your goals and things like that, they won't get accomplished if you keep postponing it to another time. What are, let's see here. I don't like all these questions. I have this little handbook, workbook thing, and some of it's good and some of it's not quite as good. Let me see here. Be intentional about how you're going to use your time and use it wisely. Do what needs to be done that is important to you. Ask for help from others to achieve your goals. You guys, don't be afraid to ask for help. It really is okay. Today I had to go pick up my car from the mechanic. And I was thinking, okay, who do I ask for help for it, right? Ironically, I pulled my kid out of school because she only has electives this year. And she helped me go and get the car because physically I can't drive 2 cars. So ask for help sometimes. It's okay to ask for help. Don't feel embarrassed or ashamed because you need some help. If you have friends, respect their time, especially if you make commitments to hang out and be together. And then also disassociate yourself from time wasters or any events that draw you away from your goal. So what are some of the things that you guys pulled out of this chapter that you will start today implementing into your lives? One of the other quotes that I had really enjoyed on this was, I used to do that all the time until I realized how hard I was fighting to keep my word with other people while quickly canceling on myself. I'll work out tomorrow became I'll work out anytime soon. Because honestly, if you cared about commitment, you would do it when you said you would. So I challenge you guys, take this week and commit yourselves to one thing that you want to change and follow through with it. So that is chapter 2, The Lie. I'll start tomorrow. So tomorrow is Friday. We are going to hit chapter 3, and the lie is, I'm not good enough. And I know this is going to be probably an in-depth chapter because guess what? We all struggle with this. I know internally I've got this little mean girl in my head, and I've actually named her. Her name's Regina. And she is constantly getting in my head and telling me that I'm not good enough. And I have to fight her every single day to tell her, yes, I am good enough. And at the end, I am enough. Hence why we have our name of our group, right? I am enough. Hey, Rebecca, thank you, sweetie. You are amazing too. Natasha, I like how she was real with herself about being honest with herself and telling us that she was like anyone else and not in Seymour. Can it make me see more? Does it gonna? Oh, there we go. And not in a celebrity way, but in a way that I just peed myself. Yes. I will tell you guys, I last month had gone to Wisconsin and I went to a thing called Top Summit and Rachel Hollis was there and I literally was 3 rows away from her. You guys, she is phenomenal. Like, she blew my mind. She was on stage for like an hour and 10 minutes. And she's real. She's authentic. She's like, yeah, I'm a screw up just like everybody else. Dude, we all got stuff in our closets. We all have things that we battle and we fight and internally and everything else. But she was so amazing up there and she was just real and she was authentic about it. And so, reading these books, it really, I think the reason why it resonates with me so much and maybe with you guys too is they she just speaks the truth. It's not this sugarcoating stuff. It is the truth, you know, like people struggle every single day. So anyway, tomorrow we're going to hit chapter 3, that I am not good enough. And then we're going to take a break for the weekend and we'll start running with it again on Monday. But I appreciate you guys hopping on here, sharing your thoughts. It's awesome to get this going and really talk about these things, these lies that keep coming up in our lives. So far we've covered with chapter 1, the something else will make you happy. And then today's was I'll start tomorrow. So thank you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. And chapter 3 will be there.